DIY kayak paddle holders. There's one over there already complete, one over there in the process. Just take some 1 inch. This is actually 1 inch conduit. It actually, I think it's got like a softer feel to it. Anyway, you could use Schedule 40 PVC, just 1 inch, because that's right about the size of your kayak paddle is actually a little bit bigger than that. But when you heat this up and stretch it out, it fits perfect. The way I shape this is I use a disc sander, and I just do this. I just keep going until I've got the round shape I want. If you don't got a sander, run over to a hunk of concrete and do the same thing. Just keep rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it until you get the shape you want on both sides. You got to be careful, because trying to get them to meet perfectly in the middle, you start on it, and then if you see it's going to one side, just start sanding a little harder on the other side. But make it, I don't know, what is that, 5-6 inches? You can make it longer if you want. Now when you're mounting it, of course, if you're going to mount it up on top, just mount it straight up and down. But if you're going to mount it on the side of your kayak, see, this is just straight up and down. But if you're going to mount it on the side of the kayak, I actually have two separate holes, so I can mount it however I want. Mount it at an angle like this, so it's kind of a cup. So when you set your paddle in it, there's no chance of it slipping and falling out. It has to actually get bumped out. And then what I did, they sell this Velcro. It's got the hook and loop. Hook on one side, loop on the other side. So you can just buy a roll of this stuff. I put a piece where one of the screws is, and look, I mean, that's my all those black marks are where I was hitting it with the sander. Uh-oh, just got a news update. So, and what's cool about these is that they're kind of close, and if you have drip rings, they actually pad the paddle from making noise when you're snapping it in. So close this. I made one side a little shorter than the other, and then I made this side a little bit longer, so that when it wraps around, I got something down here to pull up. And I mean, it ain't got to be pretty. It's just a paddle holder. Plus, it doesn't cost you $12-13. One 10-foot piece of PVC will make you probably 100 of these things. But it's just my spin on kayak paddle holders. This one had these on it. These things are terrible, because look how hard it is to snap them into the... And then not only that, is when you snap them in, you got to snap two of them in, and they are loud. I mean, this one, listen to it. Whoosh, swoosh, done. And you can make this as tight or as loose as you want. I mean, if you wanted to snap a little bit better, take another small piece of this and put it behind it, so that it elevates it some, and then it'll actually have a nicer fit in there. But I put the Velcro, so I'm not worried about it. That's my DIY kayak paddle holder.